Hello, and nice to have you join us on the 3-day weather forecast. We've seen a slight reduction in the dust concentrations within the atmosphere, especially over the northern part of the country and parts of the central states as a result of smaller amounts of dust raised over the source region, and so not much is transported into the country. So slight dust haze is expected for the rest of Monday over the entire stretch of the northern part of the country. We expect slight dust haze over parts of the north and moderate dust haze to the southern parts of the central states just adjoining the southern states. We have more dust concentrations to the southern half where it is just wedged in there by the two air masses converging at that point. So we have poorer horizontal visibilities to the southern part of the country. We expect this situation to persist for the rest of Monday. We also have a few clouds to the stretch of the coastal parts as we see some moist winds coming into that region. And for the air quality, we expect poorer air quality to the south, of course, with more dust concentrated over that region. Air quality is better over the north, but still poor for the vulnerable groups. And for the temperature, we see that temperatures over the extreme north are within the lower 30s. A few places have upper 20s for maximum temperatures. And for minimum temperatures, we can see temperatures as low as 9 degrees Celsius over parts of Kano and Yobe State. Down south, we have temperatures around the upper 30s, 37 to parts of Oyo and Ondo State, and mid-30s to the rest of the southern part of the country. And as we get into Tuesday, we might see a slight change in the weather pattern as we've seen dust raised already over our source region as at Monday morning. We expect this dust to propagate southwards and affect the stretch of the northern part of the country from late Monday night, and by Tuesday morning we expect moderate dust haze over the extreme tip of the north. It might still be slight dust haze to parts of the northern states adjoining the central states, but as the day progresses, we expect the visibility to deteriorate further over the northern part of the country, but we don't expect it to be that severe. And for the central states, we expect mostly slight dust haze conditions as the dust over the north wouldn't have seeped into this region as at yet. Down south, we expect slight dust haze over parts of the south, and increase in cloudiness as we see moisture expected to reach further into parts of the south by Tuesday. This should also increase the amount of cloudiness that we would observe over parts of the southern states. And for the air quality, we find that the air quality should be also poorer over the north and over the southern part of the country, as that dust to the south will still be way there, even though it will serve as means of condensation nuclei and help in increasing the amount of cloudiness we expect for the southern states. And for the temperatures for this day, we expect temperatures to dip slightly as a result of the dust that would have come in here by Tuesday morning. This will reduce both maximum and minimum temperatures over the northern part of the country. We see that parts of Yobe and Kano again will now drop from 11 degrees Celsius to 9 degrees Celsius for their minimum temperatures. Temperatures should also be low over parts of Bauchi into Plateau State. So it should be colder for most parts of the north. And of course, this cold wind should seep into parts of the central states, reducing their both maximum and minimum temperatures slightly. Down south, we expect temperatures not to change that much, but however, we expect a little bit of discomfort because of the moisture that would have come into this region, increasing the humidity and the feel-like temperature. And as we get into the last day of our forecast, which is Wednesday, we'll see mostly slight dust haze over the north and the central parts of the country, as we expect the dust here to be cleared by the passage of an extratropical weather system. And this extratropical weather system will increase the likelihood of cloudiness to the south and give chances of some rains, mostly to the coastal parts of the south, especially parts of the southwestern coast, Lagos, its environs, and some inland areas of the south west. And we expect the weather to remain this way all through the rest of Wednesday. And as we move to the air quality index, we expect better air quality index as the particulate matters in the atmosphere would have fizzled out from condensation nuclei, become clouds here and there, and so we expect better air quality. And for the temperature forecast for this day, we expect temperatures to stay slightly same over the north, over the central states, and to increase slightly over the southern states. And that's it from here. Thank you for watching. I remain Onyilo Desmond.